You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast with Humvee, Ilran, and DJ the DJ.
I remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I said it. Honey, cute shit, got a head beat for driving drugs and being thrown in a Hyundai. Yeah, I said it. OJ did it. Yeah, I said it. And we, Rosa Parks ain't do nothing but sit up like every time. That's right, I said it. Yeah, I said it. And another thing.
Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.
What's going on? It's your main man Humvee.
Ilran is back.
DJ the DJ, what up, though?
And we got a guest in here.
We got a special guest in the building. On my DJ Envy bleep.
Yeah, man. Jay ain't here, man. Jay wasn't feeling well.
Yep.
So we got...
Get well soon, J.A. to the Y Young, J Young.
If you're slow.
Yeah, man. We got my boy Crawdad in here.
The silent assassin.
Crawdad.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Chilling.
I'm just getting my voice back. And it's still not fully back. But I was out with this, I don't know what it was. Had to take a bunch of vitamin C, take a bunch of pills, try to get better. And it's kind of sort of making its way back into the playing field. My voice is coming back a little bit.
So you were sick?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, it's kind of what you described.
It was a little bug.
Yeah.
So, you know.
There's been a lot of that going around.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, I got a little story to tell.
Let's go.
You know, I got to do my stories. So, Taco Tuesday.
Of course.
Always something bad with taco.
And it is this time around. Like
You
it
need
was.
to stop. What you mean this time? Your body is sending you a signal.
No, it wasn't.
It's a recurring theme here.
It's not my body. It's, well, I don't know. I'll just get the feedback after. We had Taco Tuesday, did the song, we did the karaoke, all that good stuff. Come sit down, have my tacos, drink my beer, talking to my people. So these two cats, a father and a son. One was older, one was younger.
That's kind of how father and son work.
Well, you know what I mean. One was like extremely old though. Like he was okay. Don't matter. So
The old guy.
they were talking to my friend as we were coming to sit down. They stopped him, and so I'm over there chilling, talking to my cousin and my other homegirl that was there. Shout out to Miss Nay. What up? And the old man just kept looking at me. He was like, and they were both drunk. He kept looking at me. He wants to be bodyguard. I want him to be my bodyguard. Tell him to come here. I want him to be. That's all he was saying, and I was like, "Oh, hey."
That's your old man impression?
But that's because he was drunk. He was like wasted. He was wasted.
Okay.
Is he an old black man from the backwoods?
No, he was an old Hispanic guy.
Because that didn't sound Hispanic at all.
Yeah. Well,
Did it
I don't know.
sound
Did it sound drunk though?
Sound like an old drunk black dude from the backwoods.
Well, nah. But anyway, it don't matter. So they came over to the table, and the old man just wrapped his arm around me. Ooh, I want you to be my bodyguard. Oh man, you look like somebody famous, man. You look. And I was like, oh, okay. So they started buying us rounds. They buying us rounds all night.
And all you had to do was be his bodyguard.
Right. So I was getting kind of
out.
like uncomfortable with him wrapping his arm around me. And I was like, man, you know what? I need to go to the restroom. Let me move. Let me answer this call. I come sit down. He wrapped his arm around me again. And he was telling me his life story. Him and the son. Oh man, we both been in the pen. We both been locked up. He got a big old spider thing on his neck, tattoo on his neck, tattoos everywhere. And he was like, you buy him whatever he want. Buy it. I love you, man. I love you. You know, man.
They hit you with the I love
right.
you, man.
And I was like, okay. And then this is what took the cake, man. So he was going. Man, I want you to fuck me. He said,
oh, No.
And I was like, hey, all right.
No.
Hey, y'all, I gotta go.
No.
That's what he said, man. And dog, my jaw, mama. Hey, man, that happened.
Dog, that man.
Happened.
Hell of a taco too.
I was like, why can't I get the girls to do that shit to me? You know what I'm saying?
You get an old ass drunk man.
Right, old drunk man to come and just hound me all night.
Golly, man.
So,
That's why I kept putting his arm around you. He tried to get in close.
right.
Oh,
He
man.
wanted you to get in close.
You feel me? So,
Oh, he wanted to.
Ooh.
hey, so.
Ain't nothing topping that story.
Right, so I think I'm gonna relax on Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find another place
I know
to go.
I wouldn't be going back. Somebody did some shit like that. Whoa, new spot.
New spot.
How
new
do you
spot.
react in the moment? Like he says that, and you do what?
Well, he did it like silently, like in my.
No, he said it, so it's not silent. He did it quietly.
He was
He
all
did
in your
quietly.
ear.
He did quietly.
Right. So how do you react?
I was like, I was stuck.
What's the proper protocol for
I don't
a man
know.
offering you sex?
I don't.
Would you just say, nah, I'm good? Or?
I'm straight.
Right, like
Literally.
like you know what?
Pun intended.
I act like I ain't even here, man, because I was like, man, I ain't even trying to. That's
can't-
when I moved.
Yeah.
I like totally got up and moved.
And he wanted you to guard his back.
Hey, man.
This shit is so wrong, dog. Golly.
Hey, man, that was a bad experience.
Man, you
but-
could have prepped us for that story, though, man.
I'm gonna need a little bit more. Yeah. I'm gonna need some
Take
more.
a sip, man. Take a sip. Chill out.
Yeesh.
Golly.
Hey, it's the Yeah I Said It podcast. Episode. What episode is this?
Episode 82.
Episode
it's my
82.
year.
My year too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
was born in 82?
Yeah.
We've been doing this podcast together for like almost.
You
30
ain't know
years.
when I was born.
Yes, I did.
You probably did.
Terrible.
I was born in 82, baby. What month?
July.
You're a hot baby.
July the 4th, man.
July the 4th, yeah, Independence Day. Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. Episode 82, 601-641-9474, 601-641-9474. Don't call and tell me about the story I just told. I don't want to hear your comments. I don't want to hear it.
I do want to hear your comments.
I don't-
Please call in the 601-641-9474.
I just wanted to.
Or you can email, because we'll still read
I don't
it.
need no long ass
Please send
email
us the
about.
So
you
yeah,
know.
I said it pod@gmail.com. That's YEHISAIDITPOD@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, cares, concerns for me, my co-hosts, our constituents, please feel free to drop us a line and let us know how you feel about Humvee being indecently proposed to by an old drunk Hispanic man.
See, that was a low moment for me in
That was-
2018.
that
You know what I'm
was-
saying?
He wanted it to be a low moment for him too.
Dang,
Damn.
where's the thing?
Man, I wasn't ready,
The
dog.
machine. He got some work to do in post.
Right?
Man, Humvee, your story sound like sketches, man.
Hey, man, I
They
don't know.
do. It's like it's a setup, hook, line, and sinker.
Every time.
Huh? Golly, dog.
So this one time at band camp,
Looking ass.
Hey, man.
I'm glad you said it.
Hey, I don't know. I just won't.
Jay, you missed this one.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just had to tell that story. I just had to tell y'all what was going on in my life. What was really
man.
happening, you know.
Well, shit.
Shit, man.
I don't know. We can't top that, man. We got to, what we gonna move on to from that, dog?
Let's just move on. How about that? Shit.
Just do like you did, huh?
Right.
Just get up.
Get
and
up.
go.
Get up and
go.
move.
Shit.
No.
Did he flirt with you?
want some too, man?
Hold on, we coming back to it. We just said we moving
No,
on.
I'm just saying, did he flirt with you anymore? Like, did he say anything else? Did he buy you any more drinks? Because if you accepted any more drinks after that, you were complicit in that man offering you sex.
No,
might-
but you
you-
can buy me another drink.
I'm saying,
I'll
yeah.
think about it.
It might be a non-verbal yes you gave him. You can't be me tooing after that.
Hey, that was a Me Too moment for me, man.
Not if you accepted any more drinks.
Did I? I don't remember. I was wasted.
Hey, you thought them drinks was free, huh?
Hey, I did. I was like, well, shit, dude, they buy them. Keep it going.
Yeah. You ain't had no jellies on, did you?
Nah, I didn't have no jellies. I ain't had
Golly.
no jellies on. Damn, that would have been totally fucked up if I had them jellies.
Shoot.
You'd have been more aggressive.
I got so many jokes that I'm not going to say.
Just changed my whole day around with that story.
been
Now I'm
aggressive
just sitting there
like-
looking at my life different now after that
Trying to
story.
tell you.
I ain't even had no shake.
Okay, I got a weird question. Did that make you feel attractive?
It didn't. It didn't, man. It made me feel like that's fucked up. Why can't I have women doing that shit to me? That's how it made me feel. Like I thought like, why the fuck is this? Like I want a fucking bitch. A female to be.
I'll get you an old drunk Hispanic lady, and then maybe it'll go down.
And she'll say, "Be my bodyguard."
This is the bodyguard edition of the Yes City Show.
Be my.
Yep, I think we got a title.
Oh damn, that's messed up, man.
Be my bodyguard.
Let me write that down.
Yeah.
See, share my life.
Man.
Did you tell anybody?
I did.
You just kind of kept it to yourself. You just suffered in silence.
I told everybody that was with me when we got in the truck. I was like,
So, no, you waited till you left. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was
But did you
"Dawg."
leave right away?
How long did you
Or
stay?
did you just move tables?
No, I had to stay because shit, that was my ride.
Right, but how long did y'all stay there?
So you spent the rest of the night dodging the old dude?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Just watched you.
I stayed in the restroom for at least about
Just watched them from the
for at least about a good 15, 20 minutes.
So now you understand
you
how
had to
women
reevaluate
feel.
your night.
Now you guys should understand how
Yeah.
women feel when they get sexually harassed.
Wow.
And then they gotta go
Okay.
sit in the restroom and they just gotta stew.
That nigga-
there.
See, look,
I didn't think about that, though.
Look at the perpetrator for the next hour and a half because your ride won't leave.
Wow.
Because you're too embarrassed to tell your ride what happened.
Wow.
You should have told everybody, guys, let's go.
That nigga
This
had
guy
a Me Too
just-
moment for real.
He just,
I had a Me Too moment for real.
I'm trying to tell you.
Dang.
And you just had to suffer
DJ
in
just broke it down.
silence.
Ain't that something?
Everybody say,
Nigga
oh.
say he stayed in the bathroom for 10 or 15 minutes.
Hey man, nigga, I was scared. Nigga, they told us they prison stories. So I was like, and the way he like damn near choking me, you know? What I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, that was the rollout.
Golly.
He was flirting with you the whole time. You just didn't see the
Right,
sign.
right.
That's that prison flirt.
Yeah. Did he tap his foot on your foot?
I don't.
No,
He
you
didn't
know.
tell you hold his pocket or nothing.
Yeah.
God damn.
And I think the bathroom was the worst place for you to go because that's where you really would have got it. I'm
shit.
just
Oh,
saying.
man.
You didn't think
about that
You didn't
either.
think that all the way through.
Nigga, you should have been somewhere with lights and people.
Yeah.
That's where you go.
It was people there.
See, when you went to the restroom, he thought that was consent.
If that nigga would have walked up behind you and pulled out
I'm
two
trying-
phone books and dropped them on the floor.
Nigga, I would have
You know what it is.
been. I would have had my own. God damn, man. Me too. Me too. Hashtag me too.
Did you leave anything out of this story that we need to know about?
Nah, I mean, you know, I tell you.
Okay.
I am a boy.
Well, I mean, I would have to show you what he did.
I
do that.
decline.
I respectfully decline your offer. Don't show me nothing. After the story you just told, I'm good.
Enough of that. Hey, man, let's talk about some music.
Yeah, let's do that.
God
Shit.
damn.
Golly.
Sheesh. Hey,
I just want to die.
hey, how true is it that Logic signed a $10 million, $15 million, close to $20 million deal with
it was
Def
30.
Jam? You thought it was 30?
I heard 30.
Oh, my God.
That was the initial report.
Mariah Carey shit?
I don't know, man. But Logic was he's pulling in some numbers, so they gonna give him something.
And
He
what-
said 20 on the song. He was like, I told Def Jam I wanted 20, and they cut the check. What they
Right,
say?
right,
And they
yeah.
paid that shit.
Yeah.
That was a nice line. I like how he did it because it was like he just stopped everything.
The delivery, yeah.
So-
and the production setup.
yeah.
So rappers are still getting nice amounts of money.
If your following is strong, if you're following it strong, and you're not a gimmick rapper,
Right.
like people who like Logic. They
Right.
don't like that one song that Logic made.
The-
He has a strong following.
he does. He does.
Right.
have a strong vibe.
And remember this, I heard this from the great Jalen Rose, and I say it all the time. In life, you do not get what you deserve. You get what you have the leverage to negotiate.
And he
You
has,
don't get what you deserve.
he has a lot of leverage.
You get what you have the leverage to negotiate.
He has a lot of
That's
leverage. And that but like on his last album, it was received well, but like it was, well, I don't know. What's the other word? Like people went to go
Bobby
get it.
The first Bobby Tarantino?
No, that's the mixtape. I'm talking about the actual album.
What was the album called?
The one with the
Everybody?
The Black Spider-Man. What is it called? Everybody.
I think so.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
everybody.
I liked Everybody.
So you did like it. I didn't like it. Well, I mean, I like the Black Spider-Man, but
No, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I didn't like the fact that he was talking about how black he is. Like he's so black.
That's a real thing, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like
Like he
that's
was fighting for that. Like, I'm black.
Right, but because that's part of the thing, though.
that was
when
the issue.
everybody
But not
meets
every
you.
song, though.
But I mean,
Damn near every song he was talking about
He
that.
did it a lot, but he didn't like overdo it, in my opinion. For what I could imagine, the responses that he was getting for the way he looks,
'Cause
he
don't look
had
black.
to make that a strong point.
right,
At some point, he
Right.
couldn't. That wasn't something he could just touch on or leave alone.
right,
He can't J. Cole that one.
right.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, if we named all of the rappers who are mixed, like it's obvious that they're mixed.
Right.
Or you can believe that they have the other side. But like when you look at Logic, he don't believe he black. So
When
it's
you
like
listen to him
I
talk-
gotta say it twice. Or 3 times or 4 times. Because you might have skipped the last song I said it on, so I gotta say it again. And that's something I would imagine that he had to fight for in real life, though.
But how often is that? I don't
No,
know.
but I'm saying like, okay, so imagine like you
If
know
he was
exactly
an engineer, it wouldn't have mattered.
correct. And if you like, if
He's
you
a
look-
rapper, though.
if you look like Logic, seriously, if you really did, I imagine that you had some hardships. I imagine that black people didn't necessarily accept you because they was like, man, he ain't black. He just trying to be black. Like that would be
Right.
that's
And you gonna get that.
right. Because you get that if you just light skinned in our community.
Kinda?
No, for real. What you mean, kinda? Ah, man,
He light skinned.
I'm not light skinned like
he ain't light skinned like light skinned.
I don't even know why people say that shit, dog.
Yeah, like I mean light skin. Like DJ Envy light skin.
Right,
Like
yeah.
that's different. Like this nigga
Gotcha.
beige.
Waffle.
Yeah.
Waffle.
That part.
I get what y'all saying about
Talking to the mic.
He seems to be saying that in every song. Like the past 3 albums, he brings that up. Like that's his
Right.
thing. Like
Because
It
that was
probably-
a real
it-
point of contention for
Yeah,
him.
it's probably still reoccurring as he goes through his career. That like you look white. I don't believe you black. You know,
Right.
because people do shit like that. Like
Right.
that, you know, there's some ignorant dudes out there that just won't accept it
Yeah.
and say some shit like, "Nah, I don't believe it."
Like I've seen in family dynamics
Hung
where
around black people.
where one person is like really fair, skin right, and they'll tell that person that, oh, that ain't your daddy. Like you like, nah, like this is my sister and that's my brother and that's my dad. Like, nah, that ain't your dad. So imagine, and like they look similar. It's just that this person has fairer skin.
Right.
So imagine what he gets, man. Seriously, because when you look at him, nothing about him says he's black.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You got to hear it a couple times. You be like, oh, maybe he black for real.
Not even in his the way he raps.
Speech, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Like he got categorized quick as a white rapper. I'm telling you, he did. I promise you.
Well, he got categorized as a biter because he bit off J. Cole, he bit off Drake. Like,
What?
I've
Yeah.
heard that before.
yeah, when like
What did he?
I'm
listen to-
confused.
listen to his first Bobby Tarantino mixtape.
No, that definitely didn't sound like either one of them. Not the Bobby Tarantino.
His flow.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, listen to his first one.
I
think-
know the album very well.
I think early on with it with Young Sinatra, that's when people was saying that more.
What was his first album called?
But was it verified though? Like, was it really him sounding, or was it them just finding something to
They
say?
just speculating. Yeah, the people just talking. That's all.
Right, because what it is that when you're not familiar with somebody's sound, you just associate it with what the thing that you already know.
Right.
That happens a lot. It's like if when you hear a rapper
people
comes out rapping
who
fast,
have an opinion about everything
Right.
but don't
Right.
know about shit.
right? It's like the people who would confuse Bone Thugs and Harmony with Twist. It's like they don't sound nothing alike, man.
Nothing.
Stop it.
Well, right. You feel me? Who would do that?
I mean, a lot of people did it. They
did.
ended up having beef about it because
I know
it
Bone
was
and 3-6.
not even.
Well, see, there was a
was
time when you
comparison
could see it.
Right.
Like the early 3-6,
Yeah.
the 666,
Yeah.
Right.
and the early Bone when they were, who were they? Was it just Bone? It was Bone before it was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Nah, it's Bone Thugs and
I
Harmony
was
first.
always Bone.
Nah, I don't think it was, though.
I think that yellow tape was just what, Bone?
That's what I was saying.
What
I think it
Yellow
was
Tape?
just Bone.
Like they first one when they was in the tree. Took the album cover.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not familiar.
It might
with
be
that.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Because they
I
were
don't know.
they were still using other names. They was using like Leatherface and
Right, yeah.
I don't remember because what's the name still would refer to Leatherface afterwards.
Sawed off
Hey.
Leatherface, so you better pray.
But that's the
I'm
name
Crazy
like they
Bone.
was going by. They wasn't going by Crazy Bone and Lazy Bone and Busy Bone.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with just the bone part.
Me neither. That's a new one on me.
Check the yellow tape.
Was that what it was called?
No, it was the cover was yellow.
Yeah, I know they had like a color to it, but I didn't know what the name of it actually was. Cause I went back and checked for it.
Because they was like in the
Yeah. No, I mean, you
In the
guys
tree
are
in the library.
You guys are correct. I'm fact checking it now. They were definitely known as Bone Enterprise,
Okay, that's what it
That's
was.
what it was.
and they
what
were renamed them Thugs and Harmony because they wanted to keep the Bone name.
Right.
They made their name. So he wanted to name them Thugs and Harmony, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
Oh,
wanted
that
to
was
keep
a terrible
Bone.
name.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
That would have been terrible.
Gotta
Thugs
make
and
that
Harmony.
money, man. Nah, that would have been straight.
No, it wouldn't.
What?
It would have been straight.
What, just
They
Thugs
would
and
have
Harmony?
they would have
Listen.
sounded like
That would have been gay?
You know how many
an
names?
R&B group.
But do you know how many names sound horrible and we just got used to saying them?
Like,
Like Waka Flocka. You know how terrible that is as a name?
It's still a terrible name.
Right,
though.
but I'm saying you just got used to hearing it though. So it's kind of like, Gucci Mane, horrible name.
yeah, Thugs and Harmony would have still been a terrible
Silk
name.
the Shocker?
Why would you bring up Silk the
Why would
Shocker?
you do that?
Because I love
Why-
my nigga
why-
Silk.
why-
Shout out to Silk
He
Shocker.
just wanted to say that shit. Had nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
on,
He
man.
just wanted to say Silk the Shocker.
Shout out to Vashon.
What?
He could call him by his real name. You know
Right.
DJ got to do
I see.
a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
see.
more.
Right.
His mama name was Vashon. I call him Vashon.
Well, you don't say Master Percy.
Hey man, you know Percy keep it cute.
Corey Murder.
Ooh, God.
Oh, Corey. Yeah, they got some nigga names. Boy. Percy, Corey, and Vashon.
Hey, man.
Sheesh.
Hey, let's keep it going.
Remember that dude named Lil Percy? Never mind. Keep going.
Hey, we were talking about Logic.
He got a son
And
named
it-
Hersey.
What?
It's something like that.
Best P got a son
He
named
got,
Hersey.
he got two.
Hersey?
A couple of his
Hersey.
kids got rhyming names.
Yeah.
Fact checker, you got to laugh.
Oh no, I'm all in on this. Trust me, I know. He got a daughter named Symphonique. So Hersey
yeah.
ain't a stretch.
Vino.
Yep.
Vino.
You showed? Versi Miller.
Symphony.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard him
It's
say
Versi
that.
and Hersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Versi and Hersey. I'm trying to tell you,
And
man.
then he has an Entity Miller.
See?
Entity.
Well, it's INTY. I might be pronouncing
Inti.
that wrong. Inti.
Yep.
How many kids he got?
7.
It's a list of them.
Shit.
I don't know. I always
he
say
could pay
7
for
when
'em.
somebody asks
Yeah,
me
right,
how
right,
much or
right.
how many.
He could pay for him.
Hey, yo, Symphonique.
Symphonic.
Right. Hey,
I'm trying to see what like how that came like symphonic.
all right, so we talked about Logic.
Talked about Logic.
Let's get into a little R&B.
Which his album is good.
Oh, the
It's
Bobby
good.
Tarantino.
He
we
made
might
a-
as well do it. Let's
Hold
go ahead
on.
and
And
do it.
everybody know Lil Romeo name is Percy, right? You know he named after his daddy.
No, I thought it was just Romeo.
Percy Romeo Miller Jr.
Wow, that's what's up.
Because you can't be the second unless you got the same name.
Shout out to Romeo.
Just in case you didn't know that.
Huh?
What?
You can't be the second if you don't have the same name.
But you can be Junior.
Yeah. Because you're
Okay.
named after him, first and second. Like your first name, last name, you could be Junior. But you can only be the second if you have the exact same name.
Oh, okay, got you.
Like you the second, right?
I was always Junior.
You junior? But your son is the third. Oh,
He's the
okay,
third.
yeah. So yeah, my bad. Y'all got the same name?
Yes.
Exact?
Yes.
Yeah, you could be the second. You could. I mean, okay. So you don't have to follow the rule, but you can only.
I didn't know they had rules
Yeah,
like
some
that.
rule.
I thought it was to say. I thought it was just a preference.
always
if
a
you
rule,
went
huh?
by the
It's always
second
a
or
rule,
junior.
yeah.
It's
I
always a
didn't
rule.
know.
Yeah.
My cousin asked me last week what my middle name was. I think she was just messing with me.
What is your middle name?
Don't
We're
worry
not
about
gonna
it.
do that on
Moving
wax.
on.
Really?
Moving on.
On wax?
I don't know why I even brought it up.
What's
man.
your whole name? Thought so.
Say it. I know what it is.
We're not gonna do it on wax, like DJ say. All right, let's continue with the culture appropriation. Am I saying it right?
Yeah. You gonna see if we can holler at old boy?
Yeah, I'll hit him up. Our little R&B DJ, Bruno Mars. Go ahead and speak on that because we talked about Logic. Let's talk about Bruno Mars.
What about him?
Well, we can't really talk the culture because if we gonna call old boy up, we need to call him first so he don't be playing catch up.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll see.
Yeah, just tech him. It's an inside joke for y'all out there listening.
Take him one time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tech him. Shout out to R&D, man. I know he too old school to listen to a podcast, but shout out anyway.
Well, let's go ahead and stay on Logic. What do we think about Quentin Tarantino?
Bobby.
Bobby Tarantino.
I just want to say Quentin, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, but you gotta say talking about the title of the album. You gotta say the right
oh
one.
my God, it's a mixtape. Bobby Tarantino. Two.
Junior.
Touche, my nigga.
I liked it, man. I like the fact that I didn't have to figure out which Logic I was getting,
Right.
Okay.
because that the intro he let it be known that this wasn't Logic thinking. This is Logic jamming. So that made it clear from the jump because Logic could give you some shit,
Right.
and then he'll drop another project and it's the opposite of that shit he gave you the first time. It's like he never eases up on the rapping, but
Right.
the content will be way different.
Right.
So that gave it a little bit more quality points because I wouldn't have liked it if I was expecting, that the other Logic,
Gotcha.
the more emotional rapping.
Right.
I don't know if that. I don't even know how I would explain what I was trying to say. The more lyrical Logic, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I'm gonna give it a 7.
He's not available. So yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna give it a 7 too. Give it a 7 and 7.5.
Hard 7?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
No, I'm just saying. So
No.
you could take a 7.5 is
You
what
know
you're
what?
saying.
Guess what? I don't even think about stuff like that anymore.
Back
You
to
know?
the,
I don't even say
back,
stuff.
back to Taco Tuesday,
Yeah.
huh?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You going in and out.
I bet that dude want to go in and out with that hard
I know. I
7.
was saying. I gave you that lob. I gave you the lob.
Thanks for that. Appreciate that. I'm going to dunk it every time, I promise.
I know you. Will. I gave it a 7.5 though.
Yeah, he want to give you a 7.
Damn, what we had? Payless shoe store, nigga.
This shit is taking a turn for the worse, ain't it?
Hey, man, he wants you to be
So
his
Crawdad,
bodyguard.
what's going
Be
on in
my
your world,
bodyguard.
Crawdad? I'm finna turn these niggas off, man. What's going on, Crawdad?
Look. Bobby Tarantino. I'm glad that he started like spitting. Like he was just spitting like random stuff. Like he wasn't talking about.
I bet he wanted you to be spitting.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
Hey, man, look,
I can't walk down the street. I bet you do.
you can't walk in Taco Tuesday either.
I'm so glad it's just DJ and not Jay here at the same
Hey,
time.
man, I'm
on
trying to
this
tell
one.
you.
Jay would have got in, huh?
That man wanted to get in.
Look,
This some bullshit.
hey, hit me up on Twitter and IG at GTHANGREC if y'all need a bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? Female only.
You better clarify that shit, cause you gonna mess around and get some old drunk Mexican man calling up
I
there.
knew it. But
Golly.
Bobby Tarantino 7.5. That's me. I'm glad that he's spitting. I'm glad that he's not just on his black and white stuff. Oh my God, He's just spitting some random stuff, and he talking about females, and I guess he was going through his little whatever with his wife, and kind of like brought out his.
Now I don't know the backstory. I was curious to that, like the whole thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's out, like what was going on with him and his wife, if he's talked about that or not. Because I haven't looked up any of the promo interviews or anything like that to see if anybody said anything about his divorce.
Yeah. Well, I know like
He released a statement that said they wanted to kind of keep that private.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I know a couple days was separated, then a couple days later it was divorced. So
I heard it was mutual. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's always mutual. That's what they say.
They're gonna say mutual.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, he's young. They don't have any kids together, right?
Yeah, they got one.
Oh, yeah. They got one child.
Yeah.
And he just got a whole bunch of money. So he's straight.
oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah, she's straight too then.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Unless they sign a prenup.
I mean, even if they did, like, he'll give he a nice guy.
Yeah, he'll take care of him.
Oh, yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
Is
I mean, that's the sentiment
Is
about him.
Is that the white side or the black side?
No, I mean, I don't know. Chance the Rapper pretty nice, so maybe it's the black side. I mean, he's a nice guy.
Well, I don't think they were. Well, Chance wasn't ever married. Or
Okay.
that doesn't matter.
Where are we going?
That's what I'm saying. I think it matters.
I just said that in response to you asking, was it the black or the white side? That's all I was saying.
All right.
Crawdad, did you listen to Bobby Tarantino too?
Yes, I did. It was a pretty good album. Mixtape. that is.
Speak into the mic.
Sorry. It was pretty good.
Ooh, I like
That's what I told her.
Now I'm uncomfortable. The mixtape was pretty good. I enjoyed the first one. I was assuming I was going to enjoy the second one. It was pretty good. It was a few tracks that I said, okay, shit, it's jamming right here. But the replay value for me, more than likely, I won't be going back to it very often. It's good, but I mean, if I'm in the gym or something, when I go to the gym,
Right.
I might put it on, but other than that, it's not just that high on my list of wanting to go back to it. So I would give it a 7 for the first listen. Like, it was pretty good. It's just not
Just
something I go
wasn't
back to.
your cup of tea.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, I felt the same way. I felt like it was a really solid project. I love how he gets into all the different characters
Oh yeah.
and all of that stuff. Like, I think conceptually the album's really dope. And Logic just does, like, he's not the greatest lyricist, but he's really proficient at what he does.
Right.
And so, I mean, I give the album a 7 as well.
Cool.
I thought the production was I thought the production matched what he brought to the tracks. I like when I listen to music and I don't feel like it's overproduced. Sometimes I feel like
Yeah, you don't want to be leaning on the beat.
Yeah, all that
Right.
sound fitted him.
I.e. Lil Boat 2.
yeah, that sounded like you
Fitted
just, yeah, fitted in, you know.
Oh,
And one thing I did want to say about Logic
sorry.
is when he starts rapping fast, which he does a lot, because I'm very familiar with the technique that he's using, he's filling in a lot of syllables versus really saying a lot of shit.
Right.
And I noticed it. I know I don't expect most people to notice it.
He was Busta Rhymes in it.
Yeah,
He was
that's
Busta
why I
Rhymes
thinking
in
the
it.
same thing.
He was Busta Rhymes in it.
And I gotta do what I gotta do, and I gotta go. Yeah. That's the worst part about when Busta does it, because he's literally saying nothing though. Like, when you go back and you play it again, you like, that's wet.
But it sounded good in between sips of this Crown Royal.
This show is being covered by.
I'm not even gonna do it. It's just Crown Royal, man. Shit. we don't need a jingle for that, man. It's just Crown.
Hey, man, they probably gonna CTC.
You wanna do a jingle for Crown
Come on,
Royal,
man.
Humvee?
Voice fucked up.
See if we can get them to
Wait a
CTC.
minute, man. Let me load up.
See if we can get them to cut the check.
Yeah. Crown Royal.
This show is being covered by Crown Royal.
My voice was messed up. Oh, I like that one.
Come on, nah, YouTube shit.
My bag is purple. You could do like a little poem, whatever it's called. Spoken word.
Nah, nigga, that ain't what people listening for.
No, but he do it, and I'ma sing.
Oh, you want
I'm
DJ
good.
to do a spoken word poem while you sing it? That's different.
I don't want to be your partner. I think that Mexican man gonna be upset.
Son of a gun. Ain't no getting away from
My
this.
purple
one.
bag. What's in my purple bag? It's a Crown Royal. It's Crown Royal. What's in my purple bag? Take a sip and take a sag. I just made it. I don't know.
I don't know what it's saying.
Crown Royal. It's Crown Royal.
Purple bag.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a late one.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that. Take that.
Yeah, so shout out to KO. He's not available, so can we
So
keep going
yeah,
into it?
okay. We are gonna stop the music review for a second, which we got into a lot earlier this show than normal. 601-641-9474 is the number to call if you want to call and drop us a comment or a question or whatever the fuck else you want to say.
Yeah, I said it pod@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. Also, the Facebook page is Ilran.
Yeah, I said it. No, wait a minute. YISIshow.com. It'll take you to the YouTube page where we will be putting up more videos and skits of the Yeah I Said It podcast crew along with the audio version of our show.
Yes.
Know what I'm talking about?
And the Instagram is
Yeah, I said it pod. Yeah, I said it POD.
good.
On
Twitter?
Instagram. What's the Twitter, Humvee?
Oh shit. Let me see.
I think it's Yeah I Said It _pod
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
on Twitter if you're a Twitterer.
Twitter patient. Yep. Yeah, I said it _pod.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's YEAHISAIED
follow us.
_POD.
Follow us. Follow, yo.
Yeah.
I almost had it.
So now let's get into it.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about this Bruno Mars, this clip. You wanna play the clip?
You got the clip?
I can play the clip.
Okay.
I think I got the clip. Okay, Bruno Mars has been accused of using his music to I'm trying to find a way to say it without just saying it.
Fucking haters.
To appropriate black culture. Because I can't think of no other way to say the shit.
He's whatever the chick, she's whack. She doesn't have a life. She doesn't have a talent.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's like you're almost reaching.
Right.
You're almost reaching. Because you can say Bruno Mars is doing black music, but
She mad because that shit
if he's true to it and he knows where it came from and he's not like holding.
right.
I'm trying to pull this clip, man. My phone moving slow than the
But look, she's mad because Trey Songz ain't drop shit. She mad.
Who's waiting on Trey Songz?
She is. Shit.
That's be the only one.
Yeah, she mad because fucking Trey. Yeah. Right. That shit. She mad because, and I mean, I can understand that part, but like, Bruno Mars has been working since he was what, 5?
Yeah, he's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer. And when he got his award, he paid homage to
Homage.
So much.
You know what I mean.
It depends on where you're from.
It's kind of like biopic and biopic. So
But not like tomato and tomato.
to Jimmy
nobody
Jam and
says
Terry
tomato.
Lewis.
Nobody says tomato.
yeah.
So
Idiots.
he to all the producers, Babyface,
Right.
everything. So I mean, like, no,
Teddy Riley.
man. No way is he a culture vulture.
Okay.
Right. Okay, you want me to play?
No, play the audio.
Okay. Audio coming in 3, 2.
7.
Wait. It's not playing. Hold on.
See?
Right, because white people love him because he's not black, period.
Bruno Mars accused of appropriating black music. Bruno Mars is at the center of a controversy over. I gotta, because it's subtitles. Wait a minute. Writer, activist, I missed it. Arguing that Mars performing black music while benefiting from racial ambiguity. I was gonna say that.
He is racially ambiguous. He is not black at all, and he plays up his racial ambiguity to be able to do what Jameer says, cross genres and go into different places.
Can we pause it?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I have a problem with when she says that he plays up his racial ambiguity, meaning that he wants to stay in the lane where he's not recognized as any race. Well, this guy is mixed, Filipino and Puerto Rican?
Something like
Yeah.
And he's raised in Hawaii. Like, he clearly is tanned. He doesn't lighten his skin.
Right.
Like, right? He does all types of music. So playing up his blackness, you wait till your third album to be black? Like when you had some of the biggest hit songs in the world.
Timberlake.
Like that just don't make sense. No, but they came out being, of course you know that. But anyway, so my problem with and we ain't got to play no more of that clip because she just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so first album is Doo-Wops and Hooligans, right? That album sold 6 million copies worldwide.
Jeez.
It went 5 times platinum here. All right. That was on Elektra Atlantic back in 2010.
I remember that album.
And from that album, the singles, huge songs, Just the Way You Are, Grenade, The Lazy Song. He's a huge artist without being quote unquote black. I don't need that. That's not what I came to do. Right? I just want to be a dope artist. So when he got on B.O.B.'s Nothing on You, and that's a lot of people's introduced to him from that. If not, Travis McCoy, I Want to Be a Millionaire, So Bleeping Bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just doing him. When he did, and I misquoted it when I called into the Shoot from the Hip show, but when he did, what's the song title called? Bleep You for CeeLo?
Oh.
That song?
The CeeLo joint.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to be black then. But anyway, so he go on. He had
I forgot. Yeah, he did write that.
Then he came out with the next album in 2012, Unorthodox Jukebox, Locked Out of Heaven, When I Was Your Man, Gorilla. And again, all these are huge songs. Was he trying to be black then too?
No.
So you mean to tell me that he wait till his third album and decide I need to be niggerish and isolate my white audience? No, that's not what he did. He does concept albums. The first album was called Doo-Wops and Hooligans, and it sounds like that. That's what he was doing. He was toying with different genres of music.
Right.
That's why when he got with Mark Ronson, he was toying with the 70s sound that Morris Day made popular.
And that's what he found right there.
And then he like, okay, this is a nice little niche market right here. And then so when he came back with 24 Karat, that single was kind of, it springboarded off the sound that you already knew he could do. Brought you into the album, and then when you got into the album, because if you, and I said this when I first reviewed that album, I said I listened to the first song, I skipped the second and third one, and then from 4 on I listened to it straight through. Because what he was doing, if you pay attention to the setup of the album, he's showing you the difference in the sound, because he starts there and he's going into R&B. But he doesn't do it straight away. That's why, and I can't think of the names of the tracks, but the second song and the third song on that 24 Karat album sound, one of them is called Chunky, and the other one is called, I can't remember. But anyway, what happened?
Perm.
Yeah, Perm. But he's going more towards the art.
You gotta relax.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, you know that song? You heard the song?
I listen to that album.
Okay, yeah. I'm just asking. Cause I was, I've been applauding the album for the longest, so y'all know I had
Perm on that attitude.
There it is. Yeah. So
that shit was funny, though.
yeah.
You know I like funny music.
So what he was doing was he was getting away from that sound that you knew, and then reintroducing you to, if you of our generation, if you're a new generation, he's introducing you to New Jack Swing. He had Babyface compose and write on, I think, the last song on the album, And then when he receives awards and accolades, when people talk to him, he always says where he gets this style from that he's currently doing, just like he did when he was doing the previous stuff. Now, this kid was born, well, he wasn't born, but as a kid, he was an entertainer. When he was 5 years old.
He was performing Elvis.
Yeah, he was doing Elvis and all of that. So he came up in that. So to me, when you, because the album came out in 2016, like in November. So, and then now she decides that he's had a couple of big, quote unquote, black singles with That's What I Like and Finesse. And you can, it's easy to identify Finesse because it sounds like a Belle Biv DeVoe song.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when she saw that, then she got offended. And she sounds smart to a dumb nigga. Because her homegirl chiming in the background talking about facts. No, they're not facts. It's not facts. You saying how you feel, and I'm not mad at how you feel. If you feel as though he's appropriating culture, and I'm going to get into that next. I want everybody to say what they think. Then I'm going to get into the whole why you can't appropriate culture thing.
Well, I heard a pretty good explanation, and I'm riding with that.
What's that?
I was listening to the Brilliant Idiots.
Oh, yeah, I'm on that.
And I'm riding with that. It's like, you know, everything starts with a person.
Right.
And then it becomes part of the culture after other people start using it. So if it's cultural appropriation, then it's kind of, that's like due process.
Right. And another point that he made that was very valid was people don't really appropriate culture as much as they appropriate cool. Like if it's cool, I'm gonna do it because it's cool. I don't care that what culture it's from. It's just like with food. You like the food that tastes good. That's it. No matter what culture it's from, no matter. And so if you like for instance, if we say we like gumbo, well, that's not natural Texas cuisine. That comes from somewhere else, right? So are we appropriating their culture when we cook gumbo? Absolutely not. It's good food. That's it.
There you have it.
Shout out to
601-641-9474. If you feel different about cultural appropriating gumbo, let us know.
Appropriating gumbo.
Nah. But like, so
Louisiana's different.
Yeah, very much so.
That's a strange thing, but we won't talk about that until somebody's here to
defend it.
They can't defend it, but to at least speak on their behalf. You can't defend it. Them motherfuckers different for no goddamn reason. Ain't no reason why every other southern city, state, or anything else has counties and they got parishes.
Yep. Hey man, they do their own thing.
They do their own thing.
In the boot.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers don't eat donuts.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't eat donuts, dog.
Wait, what?
They don't eat donuts out there? Y'all don't eat donuts?
I was eating donuts out there.
I mean, you eat donuts, but it's not a thing. It's like you take this piece of bread and you puff it and then throw some powdered sugar on it.
What is that called? I forgot. A beignet.
You give it a fancy name and you eat that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what y'all eat.
And he said New Orleans. He didn't say in all of Louisiana.
Well, I said
y'all eat boudin balls.
But I meant New Orleans more specifically.
Northern and southern Louisiana, like they're totally different.
Two different states.
No. Southern Louisiana and everybody else is totally different.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But hold on.
If you're from Louisiana, you can call and tell me why y'all are so different.
Come on, Sketch, call in.
Somebody call and let us know. Yeah, Edge, where you at? Because I know you're going to listen. And tell Big Joe to skip to 48 minutes or about 45 minutes.
Joe.
Listen to what I said and call and give me your take.
Fuck. Mr. 6'9".
God dog it.
Yeah.
Where we at, dog?
No, hold on.
I'm doing this. My bad.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Setting up the IG.
Oh, were you recording clips?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't record me without my permission.
Bitch.
I've been called worse by better.
Damn.
Like, man.
It's up for everything, you know.
Hey, look, man. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right. I see.
He's never had a loss for words, man. Never. You're going to win that battle.
You know? That's what it seemed like.
Did we want to keep going on this cultural appropriation?
Yeah,
I kind of want
to get Crawdad's take on it.
You could get at that spin cultural appropriation.
I love Bruno.
I'm not really a Bruno fan.
What?
He does make good music. I mean, I've heard the singles, of course.
Move.
Right. It's a good single. I don't see him as a culture vulture, man. That dude just loves music, and he loves jumping into different genres and stuff like that. He's just enjoying his passion. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with what he's doing.
Yeah. So to me, what Bruno Mars is making the case for, right? He's making the case for the person who you can't pigeonhole for doing a certain type of music, right? Because that happens all of the time. When we hear artists and we fall in love with an artist, it's one way. And then when that artist decides that artistically they want to go outside and do more, and then we bash him, it's like, oh man, go back to do what you was doing at first. Well, he ain't giving you nothing to just say he did.
Right.
So that's why when you listen to every album, it's a different sound and a different feel.
It is.
So far, that's 3 albums in. Like because it was 2010, 2012. He had the huge single in 2014 with Uptown Funk, and then his album came out in 2016. So like every couple of years you get a new Bruno project, and he gives you something different.
It would
like
give you a new hairstyle?
No.
Okay.
He always wear hats. He don't like his hair.
Bruno don't like his hair?
No, I've seen a couple
He got an afro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he don't like his hair.
You gotta relax.
How you know?
You watch him on the Carpool Karaoke with James Corden. He talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Not liking his hair. That's why he wear hats.
Why does he not like his hair?
He just can't find nothing to do with it that he just likes.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like
I
it's not
almost got
self-hate.
offended because it
No,
sounds
no.
like some Afro shit,
No.
Afro Puerto Rican. What they call it? What's the word?
Afro Latina.
Afro Latino shit. That's what it sounded like. For us.
It wasn't
like
self-hate. It was just like I can't find anything that I want to stick to and be able to just do it. Because, when you look at pictures of yourself, you can date yourself by your hair, right? And you're like, okay, no, that was cool. And so then you look at another picture of yourself, you're like, dang, I was really rocking that mohawk. That's really what I was doing. Like, so
He can't do the rap.
No.
That's ironic. The producers shampoo, press and curl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the name of their
Oh, it sure is.
yeah. And they used to be the Smeezingtons. That was the original.
Yeah, that don't sound too.
Right.
Yeah. But that's what it was. though.
Now, who go harder, Hamiltons or the Smeezingtons? Or Press and Curl?
Is that a question?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Huh?
Do they relate?
Name a song by the Hamiltons. Oh, okay.
We talking about. I know what you getting at, but like we talking about.
No,
like,
these aren't
vocally.
These
we talking
aren't
about vocally.
singers. These aren't singers. This is a writing group.
You gotta relax.
Yeah. So the original writing group was called the Smeezingtons. I think one of the guys quit. So Bruno, I think Jeff Basker is his name, and somebody else formed Shampoo, Press and Curl, and they the ones who did the 24 Karat album.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on, cause we can talk about this shit way too long.
Let's check the voicemails. Or no,
Okay. One more, then we're doing voicemails.
do it.
Prime.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that album.
Prime 2.
Prime 2.
Prime 2.
I gave you an analogy on that at the J.
You did.
Edge did it better. So
Did
it was like the pollen that's on the car.
Pollen on the car.
Pollen on the car.
You got pollen.
So you know what the pollen is? It's the lil rappers, the rappers with the lil, except Lil Wayne, the rappers with the lil, and then you wash your car and it's so clean, and that's that prime. That's that prime. Man.
That's prime.
That's
man.
prime. Oh my
DJ
God.
Premier and Royce the 5'9".
Yes, man. That was
Prime 2.
That was a breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah.
That was a breath. I needed it. Like it's gonna stay in my phone.
Yeah.
Was
No
it loud enough?
allergies.
Because I got so much pollen in my
That was
phone.
hyperallergenic music.
Oh my God.
Was it loud enough?
Hyper.
It was loud enough.
Hypo.
Hypoallergenic
And you know,
music.
the beats wasn't so like New Yorkish hard and gritty.
Yeah.
Hey.
They were clean.
Yes, and that's what I can appreciate about the album. And of course, Royce, like he was
Out raps everybody.
And I don't know. I guess because my ear's been dumbed down so a lot lately that I just appreciated it a lot more when I heard it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what is?
Yeah.
And Respect My Gun. That's my one. That's that's my one.
Yeah.
That's
Respect
my
my
one.
mother bleeping gun.
So I'm gonna give it a
A hard.
Yeah, I'm finna say hard.
It ain't never soft, huh?
What?
Boy, wait till you get old.
God damn, what?
You gonna give it that chubby?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna give it a hard 8.5, man. I'm gonna give it a hard 8.5. 8.5.
That's what you wanted to give him?
Because that's what I needed.
You needed 8.5.
See? Never mind.
No, wait a minute.
He needed it too.
Come on, man. Shit.
Hey, my bodyguard.
Hey, yeah, 8.5. I really liked the album. It was hard. DJ Premier, Royce the 5'9", Prime 2. Nice. You know, they could have, I like the pink cover, though. That was kind of sweet.
It was pink?
Well, it's more like a khaki.
No,
it's not pink.
that ain't pink.
My shit was, hold on.
I need you to check the.
So now we colorblind now.
Now
you
we.
colorblind. I work with colors every day.
Yeah, you sure do. And what was the color?
Like khaki. I'm like a tannish.
Oh, that shit is gray tone.
All right, man. I gave it 8.5.
light
Your
to
turn,
be
nigga.
Coke.
Good shit.
Man, if y'all had to have never listened to me before to not know how I feel about Royce 5'9" with his lyrics and his flow.
Yeah.
Oh, it is khaki.
I'm gonna need you to upgrade to get you a better phone, brother.
Taupe.
He said it's taupe.
Taupe is way darker than that. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Hey man, we not color people like that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, I
That shit is-
apologize.
Anyway,
I got it in my bag, my color bag.
I like the album a lot. It's the only one that I listened to about 2 or 3 times on my own without saying, shit, I need to listen to an album
Right.
for this podcast so I can make sure I've heard it.
Right.
Because I'm a fan.
Yep.
I'm not the biggest DJ Premier fan,
Right.
but I like DJ Premier especially because I know why his beats sound like that because I've heard him explain it.
Uh huh.
So, I mean, there's not much for me to say about it, man.
What'd you give it?
There's nothing that I can't say that I can say now that I haven't said before. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Crawdad.
I'm gonna give it a 9 too, man. And I just listened to it like 3 hours ago, actually. And like songs like Black History, Respect My Gun. What else I liked on there? Everyday Struggle. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask y'all about Everyday
Yeah.
Struggle. Was he jugging?
Yeah, it's something in there.
Yeah,
that's what we're, yeah.
but it's
the title.
personal because him and Joe Budden are actually good friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Not Eminem's friend, but
Right. Right. Yeah.
yeah, so he can say what he wants to say, and it's not shots.
right.
It may be a jab, but it's not shots.
Right.
Joe Budden's son dissed him. Released of this. Trey did.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I heard a little snippet of it.
Yeah.
Now I wish I'd have known about that.
Yeah.
How it
'Cause
sounds?
I'd like to hear how he sounds as a rapper.
He sounds just like him, kind of.
That don't sound like it. that's saying a lot. Saying you sound just like
The
Joe.
ad lib sound just like him.
No, but I mean he not. I mean, yeah, I can copy an ad lib. That's easier to do.
That flow ain't gonna be that
right,
easy.
Yeah, not at all. But I mean, it sound alright. It's cool. But let's talk about Prime though. Okay, so
Let's.
Talk.
really great production
About
because, like you guys explained, it sounds really clean. I like the way that they conceptually do it. They take one composer, they break up that person's beats to make all of the bed of the music. So you get a clean sound because it started clean. And it's like there's no need in muddying it up, especially when you rap, when you're using a rapper who has such a clear voice and enunciates as well as Royce does. And I think it's on purpose.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Then Royce, like, I can't think of anybody who raps better than him, with more flows than him, does the wordplay that he does. Because, like, okay, so if I had to say somebody who is as lyrical as him, I could say Joe's as lyrical as him, right? But Joe doesn't rap as good as him.
Right.
And I could say Black Thought raps as good as him, but Black Thought can't do the flows that Royce can do. So I can't name anybody who can do all of it as good as him. So, I mean, like, he's super high on my list, and I like him a lot. And I love the fact that they did something. And I think this is the key moment in the album. No song is too long. Because right when you get to enjoying it, you're on to the next track. So it's like you can appreciate it and you can like it but it's not an extra line. It's no filler. It's that thing that you hate when you listen to an album and you're going back to it and you're like, yes. When you first hear it, you're like, man, that go hard. And you listen to the second time, you're like, well, it's cool. That's because the song's probably 7 minutes or 5.5.
Right.
Everything is like in that 2 to 3 minute range.
Yeah.
And they in and it's out and it's enough repeating of the chorus that you know it, and it can get stuck in your head, but it's not overly repetitive, and I like that. So I'm going 9.5. Shout out to Prime. If you're a fan of mine, calling it P-Rhyme. Is that what he said on the first track?
Yeah.
DJ Premier or DJ Quick?
For what?
Production.
Quick.
For one song?
Yeah.
If it's one song, then I got to go with Quick.
Okay. Why Quick?
Because he produces more of what I want to hear.
Okay.
But if you're talking about like producing a whole project,
7 songs.
like I know that I can get. Because so if I compare the amount of production that I've heard from the two, I've heard way more Premier.
Right.
Okay.
So now if we go hit for hit, then we can again. But like just one track, I know I'm more likely to get what I want from Quick than Premier. But like I think Quick is a way better producer than him though.
Yeah.
I mean I do. I mean like because he. Oh yeah.
Because for me, for Ill Ran, style wise, like okay, I'm gonna
Because
give.
they use the scratches. That's the only reason why I just threw that out there.
Let me give you a quick little breakdown for what I understand about DJ Premier. DJ Premier started out making beats on an MPC 60.
Okay.
That's an MPC 1000 right there.
Right.
An MPC 60, you could only sample 6 seconds, I believe. You had like 64 megabytes to work with total in your sample memory. Mm-hmm. So that's why his beats are chopped the way they are. So if you listen to a lot of DJ Premier beats, the chops are real quick. It's boom boom and boom 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 and that's it.
What you're saying? Okay.
And that's it. And then he throws the cuts in to add to what he's doing. So he's showing his DJing shit as a way of filling in more of, putting his more of his touch on the beat. So you're not getting a bunch of melodies and drawing out and beat switches and stuff like that. Right. You're getting somebody taking the smallest amount of memory that you could possibly even work with and crafting a hit out of it.
Right.
Which is why I can respect it, and I like it so much more now than I did then because I understand production better. Okay. And I know that when you're limited, a lot of people are just out the game right out the bat. Yeah. Ain't no hits coming out. Your shit gonna sound like that third track on Lil Boat 2, whatever the fuck that was, and that's all you get.
Boom.
I enjoyed that production on this Prime too, though, man.
Yeah. I like DJ said, man. I like the fact that like the whole concept. It's a thought out concept before it even becomes an album. Mm-hmm. It's like one producer sampling from one artist for one rapper. Mm-hmm. That's like, that's the type of shit that makes classics.
There it is. There it is. It's the Yeah I Said It podcast. 601-641-9474. 601-641-9474. Can I say 4?
No, don't do that.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into these.
Hold on. Is there what rapper's been in more groups than Royce? Maybe CeeLo?
Just keep your
probably. I can't think of any other rappers that's been in multiple groups.
CeeLo's only been in 2, right?
So CeeLo's been in what?
3. Nas Barkley.
Nas Barkley.
I thought it was something else though.
Goody Mob.
He's made music with a bunch of people though.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
What about
what?
The dude from Goody Mob? What's his name? Big Gip. He's been in with him and the Saint Lunatic Cat.
Man, so I'm not even familiar with that shit.
Yeah, the Bugetto joint.
No. Oh, Ali.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So, but Royce has done Slaughterhouse, obviously.
Slaughterhouse,
Greatest collection of rap. Oh, but that's he always in duos though. They're not considered groups because it's just two people.
Oh well, yeah.
Bad Meets Evil.
Bad Meets Evil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Greatest
that.
rap tandem of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it. Fight me.
Yeah. Find another group. Duo.
Yeah, Eminem got a setup combination on there that was so sick. He says,
It's coming. Hold on. It's coming.
no, because I don't want to misquote any of it because all of it fits so well together.
How does he sound now?
M is playing with flows now. M don't have nothing else left to do but play with flows.
Right.
So, after all the reviews from his Revival album, you think he gonna just like switch it up and just come super hard for the next album, or is he gonna come
I
out with
don't know
another
if
album?
there'll be another album for Eminem.
I think he can't leave like that though.
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not?
What? There's okay.
It was
let me give you-
received, but it wasn't received well.
I'm gonna give you my perspective on it. When you get that Detox album, you'll get an Eminem album.
Right.
So that's what he's on now.
No, I don't think he's ever gonna be in a place where he feels like he's gonna make the music that's worth putting out in the climate that the music industry is in.
He is, because all of these white rappers are out.
These white rappers
What do you mean,
aren't.
all?
Eminem is competition driven, which is why he always throws some kind of jab at somebody or says some slick
Right.
shit.
Definitely.
He's competition driven. There isn't anybody for him to compete with. There's nothing that he can say that's gonna spark something. Like there's no way he can come surprise you with some shit. There's no motivation in the music. Like he can make music, but
Yeah.
that's why I say he's just playing with flows now. Cause there's nothing left to actually say.
I think Eminem's gonna do what 3 Stacks is doing at some point. Just be on everybody's song or something.
Yeah, he can do
Might be an
features.
actor or something.
Not so
That
much.
nigga
actor.
missed the whole point.
Yeah, I mean, just be on different track. On different.
Shout out
people's
to
music
Humvee sitting
everywhere.
to my left.
You know how Andre just pops up everywhere?
He's in the room, but he's not here.
Hey man,
Oh shit. Yeah, M don't have nothing else to say, man. There's not a better way to say it. Like it's all been either personal or making fun. And I don't think he has anything else going on that's gonna motivate him. Like I don't think anything is gonna be fun for him in the music business right now. And I think his personal life is past being pushed to talk about it.
so he's not gonna be on Walk It Like I Talk It. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Hold on.
See, like people like me, I would love to hear what he would do with that, just to see.
Yeah.
but I don't. Most people
Why
not gonna
not,
care.
though? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Most people not gonna care, dog. And I don't think him is willing to put himself out there
Why
just for
wouldn't
that
most
flop.
people care? But
Because
I
the
guess
climate has changed. Like people don't care enough about
lyricism.
lyricism.
Okay.
Like you got to give them street shit.
That prom was needed though.
Yeah, but it's Royce. It's a different view. Royce wants to out rap people and talk a certain level of shit.
But when I say it's needed, like I understand what you saying, but like when he come out and the dropping the prime too, like it was received well. Like the people were looking for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but M has a different technique that people aren't going
Not to
look
say
for.
Eminem
And a different expectation.
Right.
because it's Eminem.
Yeah, but like, okay, so like Royce has the privilege of being able to come out and like,
But it's a bunch of layers to that shit because they both from the D. You know, they both.
what?
I mean, they rap. They
That's
they
a lot
both
of
the
that's
same
a lot in
label,
common.
Same, you know, it's a bunch of shit.
They not on the same label.
Not with Prime.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm talking about Royce, like signed. To,
No, Royce is not signed there.
well, he was at one.
No,
time.
he wasn't. He signed as a member of Slaughterhouse. A group.
No.
is
I'm talking
signed
about
there.
beforehand. Royce the
No, he
Five.
wasn't.
He was never signed to Eminem.
No.
How did he get founded?
He was
That's
signed.
Ob Trice, right? No. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
Ob Trice. When he first came out, he was Eminem's hype man.
Okay.
He was originally signed to what's it called, Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy,
Then he was signed to Sony.
Sony.
Okay.
He was never signed.
Then he
with
went independent. Remember Independence Day?
INDEP. Yeah,
No, that wasn't it.
it's a joke.
That's not.
Nah, yeah, but that independent go hard. That boom go hard. That what's
That shit was
the-
motivating,
the
dog.
Je ne sais
I was
quoi?
writing like a motherfucker when that shit came out.
Is that
dog.
Je ne sais quoi?
Oh shit, my fault. That means it's time. It's getting close to that time. That's what that means. Don't worry, people out there listening ain't gonna hear it.
Post.
All right, yeah, let's get to these voicemails, man. Let's get to these messages. I almost put
5'9" is super dope, dog.
I almost put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
After these messages.
That shit was corny.
Because I didn't understand it. We'll be right back. Yuck.
Prime 2.
You remember that? You remember?
Yes. Should be on ABC in the morning.
Oh, we got 3.
Hello.
Yeah, we got 3 from the same person. We had a lot to say.
Hell.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right, we got a whoa, error. What do you mean error?
You start from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top?
Beginning to
What's up,
end.
yeah, after the show. Yeah, I wasn't on Kyle because I know me and DJ disagree on everything. So I was young. I wasn't on Kyle. And since he called my show, gave me the opportunity to get back at him. All right, so DJ, I'm calling you the ultimate hater because anybody who's talking just hate. I don't know that your reasoning. I mean, it's your opinion, but like the Drake stuff, it's just straight hate. As far as like donate money, everybody donates money. They had a big, checks and stuff like that. The cameras are there. Everybody does this. I don't know that he's necessarily different than anybody else that donates money. He could have not given the money. And as far as Michael Jordan and LeBron, I know you like basketball, but again, I'm going to say you wrong. I think the majority would say that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron. LeBron has lost. You said Michael Jordan lost in the first round. That's fine. I mean, look who he's going up against, and everybody loses in the first. It has to. He got 6 titles. He played against a great team. He beat Barkley, he beat Clyde Drexler, he beat Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. So I still think you're all basically comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron James. LeBron James lost 5 times in the final. The first finals he won, Dwayne Wade was a big dude. Dwayne Wade took all the shots. As far as talent-wise, LeBron James don't have the skill set that Michael Jordan has. He's bigger and more powerful, don't have the footwork, not as better scorer. So, like I say, you can try your best to make your reason. You're good at that. You're a good car salesman. I would give you good at explaining why you believe the way you believe. But, as far as facts go, I would say you're wrong. And I think the majority would agree. Most basketball people that watch basketball would definitely tell you that Michael Jordan is way better than LeBron James. Way better. And LeBron has strategically placed himself in the Eastern Conference playing against weak people. Who is LeBron beat in the Eastern Conference he get to the finals? He had to go get on the coattails of one of the greatest 2 guards that was in the game at the time to get over that hump because he was so scared to take shots. Michael Jordan never melted down in the finals. He never stood at the free throw line and missed free throws on the finals because the pressure was too big for him. And he never quit on his team like LeBron quit on Cleveland the first time he was on his way out.
I'm a member of that
I'll
point.
throw to that. Y'all know you have a rebuttal.
Of
Y'all
course.
good and fun. Appreciate you fellas. Y'all keep it up. What?
Okay, shout out to D. Reese. Let me
Shout out
go
to
in
Reese,
and go ahead on this real quick diatribe. Michael Jordan literally quit. Like you can say, look, dog. People deal with death every day. My daddy died. I ain't quit. He quit. He retired from the sport. He retired twice and came back. So that means he literally quit on his team. So don't tell me somebody quit by deciding that they didn't want to play to a certain level in the game when this nigga left the whole game and went and played another sport. He quit that by the very definition of the word. No. Don't give me that. That nigga quit. He decided I don't want to do this no more. He literally quit on this team.
How many championships did he have when he quit?
3.
The fact that he had championships.
No, come on, dog. Listen, we got to stop doing that. We cannot. Okay, so we're comparing people as individuals. We can't then come and add in team accolades to boast of one person's point versus another one. Let's just go across the board as individuals. That's it. If we comparing. If we're doing that, I'm not gonna go too much because I know you're ready to like turn
LeBron
this into a sports podcast.
LeBron can play.
I don't
in
like
Michael
this
Jordan's,
argument.
LeBron can play in Michael Jordan's era, but
I don't like what I. Oh,
go
my
ahead.
fault. I was gonna say I don't like the comparison that people make with the teams they play, the people they played against then versus the people they played against now. Like there's not great people out there now that you're playing against.
Right.
Like I don't like that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, and then but like, and so I'm definitely not a hater. What was the first point that he had? That I was a hater because of something.
I don't know, but
shit.
just fucking
I don't know.
LeBron and Michael.
But
Jordan.
So
could he play in Michael's era?
yeah,
He couldn't handle that smack talking though.
yeah. I mean, you don't know that. Like
LeBron couldn't handle that shit. Good for him.
that's speculation.
Charles Oakley beat that nigga.
All Charles Oakley could have been scared of him.
Or Larry Johnson could beat that.
Or they all could have been scared. I'm saying because at that point they had never seen nothing
But I'm
like
saying,
that.
who you riding with though?
What
It
you
sound
mean?
like you riding with LeBron.
I am. Nah, man, look. Y'all love Michael Jordan because he was sold to y'all very well.
What?
Hey, yeah, man.
No,
listen,
the shoes were. His game
it's
another thing.
It's a whole package, brother.
That
You
shit
buy
is
it out.
half of that is Spike Lee's fault.
Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. I tell everybody that when you looking back, you looking with rose-colored lenses, man. Everything did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He named the teams
What'd he
that he
say?
beat. He said he beat Gary. He beat Sean Kemp. Really?
Sean Kemp was that nigga. Was.
No.
In our era.
No.
Growing up.
Listen, he was very good. Is it all-time great?
No.
Exactly.
I picked Dominique over him.
Two different positions.
Dominique.
Small forward versus
Dominique
power
Wilkins.
forward.
I know who he is.
Oh.
But I mean, yeah. So, but like, so
Look at the
like,
Hawks.
was that a great team though? But let's talk about that. Was that Supersonics team a great team?
No.
It was Gary Payton, Deadlift Shrimp, Sam Perkins, Sean Kemp. Like, is that a great, like, amazing team to
That's
beat in
a
the
good
finals?
team though.
It's decent,
It's like Portland Trailblazers. Decent.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, Kyle,
It
like,
is.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a good team. LeBron had to face. Like, you ain't never seen a team like what's going on in Golden State. Michael Jordan ain't never beat a team with 4 All-Stars. Never. Because they didn't have them. They didn't have them.
They didn't.
They didn't.
They didn't. They didn't.
It's just a fact. And when you win against a team with a whole lot of talent, when you win against the Pistons, he lost. When you win against the Celtics,
the Pistons.
he lost.
Yeah, the Pistons.
He lost to those teams. LeBron has never lost in the first round. So get your facts right. Never lost in the first round. Michael Jordan got swept.
Fuck LeBron.
Michael Jordan got swept in the first round.
Okay. Oh, the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so listen, here's the major argument that I was making at the point. The point was this: people will talk bad.
They're flopping like Bloody Divac.
Right. People will talk bad about LeBron, saying that he's 3-5 in the finals, and he lost 5 times. He went 8 times. Right.
Right.
Flappy.
Right. So my counter argument is because what they'll say is Jordan is 6-0. Right. But he had a 15-year career. So that means 9 times he didn't make the finals. Right? LeBron has been in the league 15 years. He made the finals 8 times. That's half of his career.
But he ain't play against.
Right.
I'm saying, like, so we not going to give. It's like this.
He did not, though. He did not.
But it's like this. We're not going to give you.
LeBron couldn't do that with Verdi Maxwell.
We're going to say, hey, look. We don't mind that this guy didn't get as far as you did, and you lost later in your playoff run. Michael Jordan went to the playoffs all of the time, right?
Hey, Question.
He did.
Question.
Lost in the first round, lost in the second round. It
Question.
didn't matter.
Go ahead.
Did Sean Kemp ever get a ring?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Did Dominique Wilkins get a ring?
No.
Did Chuck? No, I know.
No.
Chuck ain't get a ring?
Nope. Karl Malone didn't get one.
Hold on.
John Stockton.
Did Chris Mullin? No,
No.
he didn't get a ring. Damn.
What I'm saying
that's
is
a
that-
lot of all-stars that didn't get a ring.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's a whole lot of players who
It's a
didn't-
lot.
who
It's
didn't
a-
Blame
get
it
a
on
ring.
Michael Jordan.
It's a lot. Spud
That
Webb
crit-
didn't get no
But
ring.
he only got 6, so unless you only had a 6-year career,
How many did Kobe get?
5,
Okay.
How many did Pippen get?
6, the same 6
I
Michael
know.
got.
And
know.
Kerr?
Nah, Kerr wasn't there the whole time.
Kerr
He
got
only got like 3 rings.
Yeah.
He got 3 rings with them. I think he got 2 with the Spurs.
Stockton?
0.
And what's the dude's name? Mama, I'm coming home. What's his name?
What?
Steve Jackson? Mama, look at that man.
Mark Jackson?
Mark Jackson, yeah.
0.
Damn. That's a lot of all-stars.
Right.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. So even the argument of judging by rings is already flawed from the gate.
And guess who's going to be in that? Damon Lillard. He ain't going to get no ring.
Man, Robert Ory got 7 rings, right? Karl Malone got 0. Charles Barkley got 0.
Karl Malone. Fuck.
Whose career would you rather have? If you get the career and the money that's associated with it, you gonna be Karl Malone or you gonna be Robert Ory?
Robert Orr.
You a fool and a half.
Why?
Cause Karl Malone probably made 3 times the money he did.
I don't want to be the mailman.
How much can you feed? You can't use them rings. Them rings ain't gonna feed your kids.
Oh, shit. You don't want to be the mailman.
Well, I don't want to have Robert Orr's voice either because
Hey,
he can't talk.
It's just like
Robert
this.
Ory hit a couple of game-winning shots, though.
Yeah.
He got a couple of moments.
So
Yeah,
who you
for sure, that's cool.
You look like a Mario Elliott ass nigga.
Sean Marion.
I'll tell you this. Check this out.
Go ahead, man.
So I'm finna compare 2 players who you would never compare, right?
Right.
Chris Webber and Otis Thorpe.
Damn, he didn't get a ring either.
Chris Webber got 0 rings. Otis Thorpe got 1. Who you think got more career points?
Chris.
Otis Thorpe.
Otis Thorpe.
Wow.
OT.
But
More
I would
co-
rather be Otis Thorpe
More career rebounds.
because he was just cool ass nigga to me.
More career rebounds.
So what did Chris
Otis
get?
Looked like an old nigga when he wasn't
Chris
an
had
old
that
nigga.
swag.
No, I'm saying but what I'm saying is that one is
Tyra
Otis
Banks.
Thorpe never got a shoe.
Chris had Tyra Banks.
that too, but one of them is
Is that
going
as
to the
good as
Hall
a
of
ring?
Fame, right? When you go to Canton, Ohio, you can see Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame. You will not see Otis Thorpe in the Hall of Fame.
Why not?
You see him in the mall.
About Eddie. What is his
I'm
name?
not
Eddie
about to play with you,
Eddie.
You see him and Kenny Smith.
What's the dude for the Rockets that had the little gold, the open face, Chucky something?
Chucky Brown. Yeah. So I'm not. Again, and this takes nothing away from the greatness of Michael Jordan, right? But if we
Or
look-
Scottie Pippen.
right? But if we look at basketball as a totality, right, as a whole, there's more than one facet of the game, right? Michael Jordan in his career shot, I think 1,700 3-pointers in his whole career. That means he didn't think he could shoot that
Right.
shot. He played 15 years. He shot an average of 120 per year. He got 82 games in a year, dog.
But he had a way of playing.
Right.
He started the game slow.
Yeah.
Does that mean something?
Yeah. He didn't think he could sustain that for the whole game. That's what that means.
Oh, shit. Next email.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Voicemail.
look, man, listen.
I can dig it.
Listen,
I can dig what you're
listen.
saying.
But let's look at the game. Let's look at all of the
Who you
major
fuck
stats.
with though?
I
Both of
think
them.
dude felt like he was gonna come out, fill his game out a little bit, get the team moving, and then when it was time, win
Shoot
the
the
game.
ball.
Turn it
Shoot the
up.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not come out and take all the shots.
Okay, so basketball is majorly made up of 3 points: dribbling, passing, and shooting. Right. Right. Okay, so who's the better shooter? Everybody agree, right?
Michael.
Reggie
Right.
Miller.
No, those 2 guys.
Oh.
Who's the better rebounder? Not even close.
Dennis Rodman.
LeBron.
Better passer. Not close.
White chocolate.
Not close.
LeBron.
Right. So he beat MJ in 2 out of 3 categories. Michael Jordan already had a deficit.
Shit talking.
Right. He don't have to.
Michael.
Right. That's not a facet of the game.
Shoes.
That ain't a part of the game?
Shoes, nigga.
That's
a part of the game.
That's marketing.
They wear Jordans now.
Why
They
the
wear
hell
LeBrons
LeBron
now.
shoes cost so much?
It's a part of the game.
Why we can't get them for $152?
Because he got a lifetime contract.
Call him out. You
Shit.
said that he got 2 or 3. We talking about shit.
No, that's not.
Shit talking.
That's not pass. It's not a facet of the game. Stop it, man.
It'd be a technical foul and shit now.
Come on, dog.
Okay, moving on. If that's what this is, because it's Reese again.
Oh yeah, I had to call back because I wasn't finished with LeBron.
Oh shit.
LeBron, I mean Michael Jordan, when he was losing, he was losing to the great Pistons team. He was losing to the great Celtics team, and that Cleveland team that he finally got over Hunter beat. That was a great team. Larry Nance, Brad Jordan, Mark Price. Those were great teams. Those were good teams. If you go look back, those were good teams. LeBron ain't faced no adversity. Man, then he finna run and leave again. What big star every year comes out and says, "Well, I'm gonna go somewhere and watch go jump on somebody else's coattail"? What? Tell me what star in basketball has done that? You know, so nah, man, that LeBron. Come on, 3 and 5 in the finals, and you wasn't even the alpha dog in your first one. Come on, man, didn't they lose to the Mavericks? He lost the dirt, but you want to tell me he's better than Michael Jordan? Nah, not even close. Not even close. Not even close. It's just not close. I think basketball is just in a different place now. But, you know, when it's all said and done, he will have more points and all of that stuff. But he's been around since he was 18. Back in the day, players didn't come into their own until they was about 22, 23 years old. Players did 3 years in college. So players don't do that anymore. So,
Moses Malone came out of high school before Jordan came in the league, so don't make excuses.
When LeBron James, he's going to lose in the finals again. If he makes it, it's possible he won't even make it. And you got some of the biggest media personalities like Stephen A. They call LeBron out because what star, you know, Barkley called him out. Like, what else do you need? He does it every year. What else does LeBron need? Anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Ooh,
Keep it going.
What else does he need?
Listen, Moses Malone came out in the 70s, came out of high school in the 70s. Don't tell me Michael Jordan couldn't come in the league. He just wasn't good enough to come in the league as a high school player. It's just
Moses
a fact.
Malone came out of high school in the 70s and went straight to the NBA.
He went straight to the league. So don't make excuses.
And then it ain't happen
for Michael
again
Jeffrey.
until...
No, it still happened. I don't think Sean Kemp went to college.
No? Is that judging by interviews?
Shots fired.
How do we know?
Hey,
Shout out to the
man.
purple bag.
I'm just saying.
Because by that... Never mind.
I'm just saying, like...
I was going to say... I don't
Like,
think
it's cool.
Charles Barkley might have went to college, but he didn't go to class.
He definitely go to class at all. Yeah. And they definitely weren't teaching no English in this school.
Oh, man. Shout out to RD.
Hey. Listen, man. And because, like, my only problem with this argument is people frame it as though I don't like Michael Jordan or I'm hating on Michael Jordan. That's not the case.
Whose shoes you got on?
Kevin Durant's. It's
okay.
KD's.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
They're not Jordans or LeBrons.
Right.
Yeah.
So who you really supporting here?
Right.
James Harden.
I'm gonna give me some.
Shout out
You
to
ain't
my
wearing no
Rockets.
Hardens
No, that's just because it don't match my outfit.
because them shit's ugly.
That nigga said they don't mess my outfit.
Nah,
You gonna get some Yao Mings?
he ain't got no shoes.
No.
That wasn't Yao Ming.
I know. That's why. Just another big man just saying no.
Oh, shit.
Get some dreams, nigga. Sure.
I'm trying to remember who made them things, dog.
Michael
did.
Jordan, first year in the league, he played 4 playoff games.
He made them.
That mean that they lost in 4.
Nah, they was made by like Russell or some shit, like Whistles or something.
Michael Jordan, second year, he got swept in the playoffs.
Russell.
Michael Jordan, third year, he got swept in the playoffs.
Who made the McKean dream?
Play the
man?
next.
Etonic.
Etonic.
Michael Jordan,
Made XJ900.
fourth year in the league, he lost in the second round. Oh man, hey man, Jay can tell you some shit about the meat. I mean the XJ900.
Hey, I
man.
had the XJ900s, man.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
Facts matter.
Last one, man, 'cause we almost at an hour and a half.
Yeah, so this is some more about LeBron.
Yeah. let's see what's going on.
So yeah, I said it. I don't know when y'all recorded or if y'all recorded, but I listened to the last show and y'all were talking about the songs about the police brutality that needed to be made.
Quit fucking with
And
the mic.
like I said, it's a good song, and it's a song that needed to be made, right? So that's something that affects the black community, for black men or black people dealing with law enforcement. Now, let me ask you this. What do you think has a bigger impact or the bigger threat to the black community? Police or drugs and the drug culture? And I'm just asking this question. I just want to hear y'all thoughts. So, and would y'all be willing to make a song about drugs for drugs in the black community? To, like the black community joined up and we, everyone was on the black men getting shot. Will we be willing, or would y'all be willing to take the same stand about drugs? You know what I mean? So I just had that question for y'all. I asked a few of my friends the same question because during that time, it got a lot of run on the news. So I'm talking about for us black people, us cleaning up our community. Would rap music, would y'all as rappers making music, would y'all be willing to take a stand? Will we all be willing to take a stand against the drug culture and anything that comes with the residual effects of drugs in our community? Would you all, and will hip hop as a whole be willing to take a stand? Because me personally, I feel like drugs has way more negative impact on us than unarmed black men getting shot. So I think the next time y'all record, I'll be there took up the whole show with my child. Anyway, I'll holler at your boy.
And there's that.
I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
Brother still dying, fuck still
I've
crying,
been responding every time.
just buying.
You want y'all to bring in the dev program on one of y'all songs.
That's what it sounds like.
To keep a kid off drugs.
Hey.
I don't know, man.
What say you, Humvee?
Of course, I'm going to go with the drugs. I'm going to go with drugs affecting the black community more than the police. You know what I'm saying? The drugs are put there and the police know about it and they come. But police are there to protect and serve. So that's just that thing. But like the drugs.
I don't like the way this argument is even presented.
By Reese?
What community does drugs not affect?
Well, he was just specific.
No, I'm just asking. So I'm specifically asking.
I was
name a
gonna
community
go the same way with
name
that.
a community that drugs don't affect. Now name another community that's being killed by the cops.
The Jews. It doesn't affect the Jews.
That's a lie.
Oh.
They on prescription drugs.
Yeah, you're right. Prescription though.
Drugs. What are you saying?
But they don't abuse it though.
That's a lie. Are you serious?
I don't know that.
Man, there's an opioid epidemic, man. If you don't, you know that
Yeah,
you
I know
go
that.
to the emergency room, they can't even prescribe you certain drugs just because of the fact that people are addicted to it. Like, so to say that drugs adversely affect the black community and then to make a false equivalence and draw a parallel between unarmed black men being killed by the cops, that has nothing to do with each other. But like I said, you can't name another community that's not affected by drugs. Indian Americans are affected by drugs that we call natives, right? The Latino community, the Asian community, all affect Jewish, white, Scottish, Irish, all affected by drugs. Who else is being killed by the cops? Go ahead, I'll wait. Nobody. So to draw that parallel, that means nothing. Because everybody's affected on one side and one group of people is being affected on the other side.
7
And
seconds.
that says that that's a problem. Chris Rock had a great joke about it. He's like, people want to say, "Oh, it's just a bad apple." Well, that's cool. Now imagine if he was a pilot. That wouldn't be the same. You can't just Southwest can't have a pilot go out there and crash a plane. Oh, it's just a bad apple. No, it's not the way it works.
He did say that.
That's not the way that works.
He says some professions can't have bad apples.
You just can't have bad apples.
Yeah, you're right.
So the thing is, like, the reason why it's systemic is not only because, like, you know, the powers that be and stuff like that, but it's like even in the thinking of the people who do the hiring to think that they need that many cops, then you're going to be dealing with a lesser grade of what it is that you were striving for to begin with. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to be a Navy SEAL, you have to be the best of the best, right?
You have to do some shit elite that everybody else can't do.
Right. And then so when you start to mass produce anything, you automatically watering it down. You dumbing down your product. So people who aren't fit to be cops are. It's just a fact. Right? Because it's too many of them. So you can't have a large contingency.
There's no way to fix that.
But the thing is like, but it is. It really is. If you start to think about the fact that if this is going to be the fallout from you having that, then yeah, you can fix it. Yeah. You can decide, hey, look, let's just
I should say, they're not going to fix that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's too much work.
Don't record me, dog.
He gonna be recorded saying don't record me.
Yeah, it would have been so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say something along the lines of that. I wasn't gonna go that deep, but I was gonna say, you know, drugs affect everybody,
right?
You know, that's not one of those things that you can just get away with saying how drugs affect the black community, because drugs affect more than just the black community. Furthermore, which one would affect it the most? Probably if they didn't have either problem. Right. Like if you didn't have the drugs coming into the community, you probably wouldn't need the police as much.
Yeah.
And along with that, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. I had my boy on the show, T, who was a police officer, who's not at the moment.
Right.
But he was saying that a lot of those police officers are scared. They're in a community that they're scared of. They're dealing with people that they already view as dangerous.
Right.
Which is why these police officers get away with killing people, because all they have to do is say they were in fear for their life. Well, guess what? They were in fear for their life.
Right. That's a get out of jail free card.
That's the crazy thing. Is like this big black man who had his hands up, who wasn't threatening. He doesn't scare us.
Right.
But he scares this other little officer, this little white guy who doesn't spend any time in these communities and don't have these type of friends and you know, whatever the case may be. He was scared when he got there.
Right.
So when he says I was afraid for my life, then you was afraid for your life that morning when you got up.
Right.
These people shouldn't be police officers.
Right. And that's
this is
my
not
whole
a
point.
job for a scary motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, you disqualified.
We don't work in a place that you're scared to do your job in. You're not qualified for that job.
Right.
You can't go to work and say, I'm supposed to, I'm trying to think of the most random shit that wouldn't make any sense. If you wash cars for a living, you can't be scared of trucks.
Right.
Like a truck pull up and he's dirty because somebody been out mudding, and you can't deal with that amount of mud. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Yeah. You know
Just
what I'm saying? Go sell insurance, nigga. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like the squeamish person, the person with the weak stomach, you can't work in the intensive care unit, you can't work in the ER, you just not cut out for that line of work. It's simple. Like, it's not, but we make excuses for why these people can't, you know, they gotta earn a living. You can earn a living doing something else, man.
Yep.
You really can. If you're not cut out for that line of work, then don't do it.
But that's easier said than done.
I understand. That's not lost on me. I understand, but I just don't want it to be said or made to seem as though that in order for the black community to expect more from the people who were put in a position to do a specific job that are not doing said job. That's not cool. It's just not.
So bottom line, the black community is affected more by outside forces to begin with.
Yes.
I could dig it.
Which we're not equipped to handle in any circumstance because that's the way it was set up.
Yeah.
Now, for the people out there who listen to this show, just to put it on your mind, if you don't think that black people were set up to be more put in positions that create more criminals or to be in more impoverished areas, you absolutely know nothing about black history. American history, not black history, American history.
You know why they call a project? Because it's a project. An experiment, we're in it, only it's objects.
So it's always deeper than that. Because you got to imagine that you have people who are in power that are very, very smart people who know how to set up something that can last for a long amount of time in order to gain a result, to get to their result. This is not we just gonna do this right quick. We gonna give them this and watch how they react. Nah, this is a whole thing where you can't get these jobs because we don't want to hire you. Well, we'll give you help, but you can't have a man in the house because the man is in the house and you don't qualify for the help. But the man can't provide the help either. So the man gets stuck out he can't be in the house. So now the kids grow up without a man in the house.
Right.
And it's actually not lucrative, but it's the best way that you can provide for your family by keeping a man out of the house.
That's some bullshit, bro.
And this is real shit.
Right.
So you also have this thing where we'll give you food stamps, whatever it is, as long as you don't have this income.
Right.
But if you go get a job, you won't need this income, these food stamps.
Right.
But you can't get the job that pays you enough money to take care of this family.
Right. So you just stay at home and keep.
You have to.
Right.
You have to because there's a gray area. You either have to make a lot of money or no money.
Yeah, it's nothing for the middle ground.
Nothing in the middle.
Right. Too broke to pay for it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
So the man
and make too much money to get some help.
the man is losing.
And a lot of people who haven't seen it don't understand it. And a lot of people that's in the middle of it don't understand it. So it's easy for us who are on the outside to kind of either identify with it, or brush it off. You can go either way. If you came out the hood and you made it, you can look back easily and say, well, I made it, why don't you make it? Because you don't have to pay attention to it that way now.
Right.
You have a choice of whether you want to look at it like that or not, because you feel like if you could do it, why you not doing it? Well, everybody ain't built like that, dog. The fact of the matter is, I got a homeboy for the last 13 years has been selling music, his CDs, his music, makes his living, makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Nobody would tell you, nobody knows who he is.
Right.
Wow.
He's not popular. He's hustling.
Right. Facts.
Wow.
We know this nigga.
Yeah.
The nigga's in LA now.
Yeah.
Making money off of music.
Yeah.
He's not a great rapper. He's great at what he does.
Yeah. Facts.
So what do? You gonna tell me I could do that? No. Average people, the average person cannot hustle like that.
Right.
That's not their strong point. Everybody can't do it.
Right.
It is what it is, man. You can't think everybody's not able to make the same moves you make or see the things the same way. That's why the talented 10th should reach out and try to help the other 90%.
Right.
Each one teach one.
Bang.
Boom. Drop the mic. Yeah, I said it.
You know what I'm saying?
601-641-9474.
And he said he wasn't gonna go deep.
God damn it.
Right. He went deep,
I wasn't,
baby.
but I did. But I could have gone deeper, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, we
So that
way
means
past
so
as far as I really want to go with this podcast right now.
We did that.
You ain't get the joke?
No, I missed it.
I wasn't listening, but I know what it was.
What it was? By slugging me.
Bullshit.
Anyway, man, Crawdad, man, you ain't say much,
Hold
man.
on. Let me say this, and then I'll let Crawdad go.
Oh shit!
No. This is about the same subject that we were just talking about. So when I went to the ER when I missed the show a couple months back, right? So I went in and they could not prescribe me any hydrocodone, anything like that, right? You have to go to your PCP. You got to go to your primary care physician to be prescribed those drugs because he has your records and things of that sort, right?
Gotcha.
And so it's a federal law that they can't prescribe certain drugs because of the opioid crisis that's taking place in this country. And remember, black people, we only like 13% of the population, dog. Like, that's a fraction of what, if it's 300 million people here, it's only about 35 million of us. That means that's still 315 million of others that are taking up that, and they're not worried about the 35 million black people being on drugs. So trust me, it's a real drug epidemic and crisis that's taking place in this country that affects middle America more than it affects us.
Other races, yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. It's easy to highlight us, though.
Right.
That's a media thing, man. Like the way they show, the single families and all of that shit. Like they'll show that quicker than they'll show something else.
Like the honor student.
But they make it sound like black people like we're on welfare. All this, like, man, go to Kansas, go to Topeka, Kansas, and tell me about black people on welfare when you riding up and through there. But anyway, okay.
One question.
Yeah.
Why do people in Kansas still use trailer homes? Like, wouldn't you figure that's a bad idea?
Terrible.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead. If you didn't get that,
I got it.
I don't know what to tell you. For you people out there listening.
So at this point, man, you guys pretty much said everything that was going through my head. Rand just went deep, and I'm with him on everything. It's kind of like me and Humvee was turning the ropes, and you and DJ was jumping.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, shoot, I'm gonna let them run with it because they pretty much saying the same thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I think, man, we got to wrap this thing up, man. I'm not doing a 2-hour show. I know
we don't be like the
DJ likes the 2-hour show.
They did 2 hours and 23 minutes the last time.
Hey, man, we only got so much bandwidth. Crawdad, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, J_the_introverted soul. On Instagram.
Jay the introverted soul.
Long ass Instagram name.
Like, yeesh.
Yeah. If you want them, you gotta look.
Yeah.
You doing photo shoots?
I haven't been doing
You haven't been?
man, that camera got so much dust on it right now.
I mean, pull that thing out.
Oh man, you ain't been doing no photography. You haven't been doing no photography.
Nah, I'm getting motivated again. I put the camera down because of this job and wearing me out, dude. But I'm thinking about getting back
your
on
joy.
it. I'm gonna get back on it though.
The job ain't nothing but work.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Humvee,
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, GTHANG.
G-Thing Rec.
G-Thang Rec. Also,
you forgot. Did you say REC?
no, I didn't say REC. GTHANGREC on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, I said it pod on IG. Yeah, I said it _pod on Twitter.
Yeah, boy.
Twitter paid it. And Facebook. Yeah, I said it show.
Right.
So make sure you guys subscribe, follow. What's the YouTube?
The YouTube, YISIshow.com takes you to the YouTube channel. Yeah, I said it. Is the YouTube channel.
Holla at you young.
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm on the Facebook.
Wow.
Facebook's not just for old people. That's only when Jay's here.
Right, yeah.
Azil Rand. I'm on the IG.
Right.
Azil Rand. I'm on the Twitter.
Why?
I need an organ.
Because I be Twittering.
Okay.
As ill_Rand_is_back. And DJ the DJ.
Don't find me. I'll find you.
You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast. Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.